Hi guys, and welcome to my crochet basket pattern series. We are on pattern number 3, which is the flat bottom basket. Several weeks ago, we did the boxy basket. I'll put a photo up here so you can see it. And then number 2 in the lineup was the basic basket, which was a set of 3 nesting baskets that could also be hung. So today is the flat bottom basket, and I call it the flat bottom basket because it has this nice flat base that can sit on a counter. I'm going to put a photo up here so you can see a better view. But working in the back loop only creates this little ridge that gives a really nice flat base. And then this one also has a handle, so you can hang it as well. These have been hanging in my house for some time, so they're a little bit misshapen. But this is the size small. The pattern comes in 2 sizes. This is the size large. I'll put another picture so you can see the size comparison a little bit better. But I love these baskets. They're a little bit more flexible than the other ones. They're just supposed to be kind of loose and just really fun. I love the different textures this one gives with the designs. All these little lines that you see, or these ridges, that is created from working in the back loop only. And then these really tall stitches are a triple crochet. A triple crochet is also known as a treble crochet when you're speaking in US terms. So that's that. Let me show you what it looks like. I hang mine on a hook that I have in my bathroom for decorative purposes, and I just stick a little plant in there, and it looks really cute just hanging on the hook. So this color was the color Clay in Bernat Maker yarn. So let's talk about the yarn really fast. So the last 3 patterns, the previous 2 and this one today, have all been using Bernat Maker 2 strands held together. I just did a YouTube video and a full blog write-up on Bernat Maker yarn compared to the Lion brand Cover Story Lazy Days. These are both tube style yarns. And the conclusion I came up with is 2 strands of Bernat Maker held together is very comparable to the Cover Story Lazy Days. So on all 3 of these basket patterns, you can use either or. 2 strands of Bernat Maker or 1 strand of Lazy Days. So today we're using the Bernat Maker 2 strands held together. It is a size 5 tube style yarn, 72% cotton, 28% nylon. The tube style yarns are made from like a woven knitted tube on the outside. That part's 100% cotton, and then it's filled with the nylon inside. So it works great for baskets. If you're using the Lazy Days, it works up a very slightly smaller gauge, and it's a little bit more dense and stiff compared to the Bernat Maker, but they both work great in the baskets. I forgot to mention, it's also in the blog post I made about the yarns, but this is now just called Bernat Maker. It was rebranded and the home deck part was taken off. So the new skeins will be Bernat Maker only. This is the color Cream. I don't remember if I mentioned, but this is the color Clay. So you will also need a 9mm M crochet hook. I use these little plastic ones. I believe they're called Crystalites. Everything will be linked in the blog post and below in the YouTube caption. So a pair of scissors, and to check your gauge, a flexible measuring tape. This isn't hugely important with these baskets, but if you want them to turn out similar to mine, a similar size, a similar movement, you'll definitely want to check your gauge. It's very helpful. And then I've said this before, when working with the Bernat Maker, I like to use this blunt tipped needle. It has a larger end to fit thicker yarns, and then the blunt tip does not snag when you're weaving the ends in. When you're using this tube yarn, the regular needles tend to snag the fabric, and this just makes it a lot easier. So this will be linked as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything set up, and I'll meet you back here, and we're gonna start on the size large. Okay, so we have the Bernat Maker, 2 strands held together. I forgot to mention, when you're using 2 strands held together of the Bernat Maker, I like to use 2 separate skeins and pull from the outside. It tangles a lot less easier doing that. If you only have 1 skein, you can make it work, but it tends to tangle. If you pull from the center on this Bernat Maker, it is a tangled mess. But if you want to wind it into cakes or something, I'm sure it'll work better. But I use just 2 skeins pulled from the outside. So we are going to start working in the round and create a magic circle, which is also known as a magic ring. So I leave a long beginning tail, and I take the yarn and wrap it around my finger twice. Insert the hook under all loops, yarn over, pull up a loop, and chain 1. And there we have the magic circle or magic ring. So this pattern calls for 10 half double crochet in the circle. So we yarn over, insert our hook into the circle, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 3. Yarn over, insert your hook and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, we need 10. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If I'm ever going too fast or too slow for you, there is an option below the video in YouTube where you can speed things up or slow things down. You can move ahead if something is easy and you already know it. It's pretty flexible. So I always try to do the first few stitches kind of slow, and then I go a little bit faster. Okay, so each round, let's go ahead and tighten that tail. So each round you join to the beginning half double crochet. The beginning chains do not count as a stitch. So the beginning half double crochet in this is right there. And since we're working with 2 strands held together, we're gonna have 4 loops to go under instead of just the standard 2 loops. So you enter your hook, and then the working yarn, I like to pull it a little bit tight on the hook to make this a little bit tighter. That will give a less noticeable seam. And then you just slip stitch to join. Okay, and then at the beginning of this round 2, we're gonna chain 1, and we're gonna work 2 half double crochet in each stitch around. So we always start in the same stitch that we did the chain 1 out of, or that we joined the slip stitch in. And that one is this. It's kind of tricky. It doesn't look like there's an actual stitch there, but there is, and we want to start there. If you have trouble figuring out what stitch to work in, use a stitch marker and mark the first stitch of the round. You always want to join to that stitch and work the very first stitch of the round into that same stitch. Okay, so we're gonna do the half double crochet. So it's yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all loops. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 3. So then that's 2 in the first stitch. Here's stitch number 2, 2 more half double crochet into that. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 3. So we're going to continue around until we have 20 half double crochet and we've worked into all of the stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this round and I'll meet you back here and we'll join and continue to round 3. Okay, so round 2 is complete. We have 20 stitches total. We're going to join to the beginning half double crochet, which is right there. Joining with the slip stitch. So insert your hook, again, pull that working yarn a little bit tight and complete your slip stitch. So if you see these little bumps, this bump and this bump, that is the seam. And if you pull that working yarn a little bit tight, it gets that a little bit smaller, so it's a little less noticeable. Okay, so round 3, it's half double crochet in the first stitch, 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then you repeat that all the way around for 30 stitches total. So we're gonna chain 1. Again, we're working in that first stitch, the same stitch we joined with a slip stitch and the same stitch that we chained 1 out of. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 3. And then, so it's 1 in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, 2 in the second. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 3. And then 1 more in that same stitch. Okay, and then 1 half double crochet in the third, 2 half double crochet in the fourth. This is just a very basic increase method that we're doing on the base of the basket. So let's do a few more. So 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, 2 half double crochet in the next. There's 1 in the next stitch, and then 2 in the next stitch. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this round. Okay, so round 3 is finished. Again, we're gonna join, pull that working yarn a little bit tight, find that first half double crochet and join with a slip stitch. So this is where you can check your gauge. If you want, I give a few different measurements throughout. So it should be roughly 4.5 inches. As long as you're within about 1/4 to 1/2 inch on this pattern, I think you would be fine. So mine is just barely under 4.5 inches, so we're good. Okay, so round 4, we're gonna chain 1. We're gonna work 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet in the second stitch, and then 2 half double crochet in the third stitch. And we repeat that all the way around for 40 stitches total. So 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, 2 half double crochet in the next stitch. So again, you yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 3. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 3, and then 2 half double crochet in the next. Okay, so I'll finish this up and meet you back here in a minute. Okay, round 4 is done. We have 40 total stitches in that round. If you're doing a size small, you would stop here and then start working the sides of the basket. We're doing a size large, so we have 1 more round to do on that one. So again, tighten that working yarn on your hook a little bit, find that beginning half double crochet and join with a slip stitch. Okay, So this one is a chain 1 and then work a half double crochet in the first 3 stitches. And then 2 half double crochet in the 4th stitch. And you repeat that all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, and then 2 in that 4th stitch. So half double crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then 2 half double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so I'll go ahead and finish that and meet you back here. Okay, round 5 is complete. Again, we join with the slip stitch, tighten that working yarn a little bit. Find the first half double crochet and join with the slip stitch. You can go ahead and check your gauge here again. Should be about 7 inches, and we are spot on. So we're good to go. So now we are going to start the sides of the basket. Both patterns are worked pretty much the same. The stitch counts are just going to be a little bit different. The small, we only do 4 rounds, and then on the top when we do our decrease rounds, it's a little bit different, but the rest of it's identical. Okay, so for this round, we do a treble crochet or a triple crochet under the back loops only. So for the triple crochet rounds, we're going to chain 3. Okay, and then a triple crochet, you yarn over twice, then you insert your hook. We're working the back loops only. I'll show you on the next stitch the back loop. Then you yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 more. So you get that really nice tall stitch. So let me show you the back loop only. So this is the front and this is the back. So this right here would be both loops. This would be the working in the front loop only, and this would be working in the back loop only. So we are going to be working the back loops. So we're going to be working in all of those. And that is what gives you that nice defined edge. Okay, so on this one, we just triple crochet all the way around in that back loop. We should have a total of 50 stitches when we're done. So yarn over twice, insert your hook into that back loop, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So yarn over twice, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 more loops. So the triple crochet take a little bit longer, but you get pretty fast the more you do them. Okay. So we're just going to continue around until we've worked in each stitch and have a total of 50 stitches. So I'll go ahead and finish this round and meet you back here when I'm finished. Okay, so I just finished that round of triple crochet in the back loops only. We're going to go ahead and join. So make sure that working yarn on your hook is a little bit tight. Find the top of that very first triple crochet and then join with a slip stitch. So you'll notice that your basket might start curling in this way, and see how your work as you go is facing the inside. That means it's actually inside out. You want to flip the basket And make sure as you work, the work that is facing you is on the outside of your basket. Okay, so the next round is just a round of triple crochet all the way around, but we're working in both loops. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then triple crochet into that first stitch. And then just triple crochet all the way around, working under both loops. So both loops would be all of those. This one would be the back loop only. So again, triple crochet, yarn over twice, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through the remainder 2 loops. Okay, we're just going to repeat that all the way around, and I will meet you back here when this round is complete. Okay, so I just completed that second round of triple crochet, and it's fine if the basket is kind of loose like this. It's supposed to be that way. So again, we're joining with a slip stitch to the top of the first treble crochet. So tighten that yarn that's on your hook and then join. Okay, so we're gonna get a little break from these triple crochet. The next round is a round of single crochet in the back loop only. So chain 1, again, find that back loop. It's right here. And we're just going to work in the back loop. So you insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Insert your hook in that back loop only, and then complete the single crochet. So we should have 50 single crochet all the way around. So I'm going to finish that up and meet you back here in a minute. Okay, so we just completed round 8. So we're going to join with a slip stitch to that first single crochet. Make sure to pull kind of tight. Okay, and then the next 2 rounds, rounds 9 and 10, are just a single crochet under both loops. So chain 1, single crochet under both loops of that first stitch, single crochet in the next, and just keep going all the way around. So insert your hook under both loops, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Insert your hook under both loops, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So go ahead and complete that round 9. Do exactly the same thing for round 10, and I will meet you back here for round 11. Okay, so we just finished round 10. See how nice that's looking? That little ridge is from working in the back loop only. And round 11 is exactly the same as round 6. So we're working, this one's round 6. So we're working a triple crochet in the back loop only. So let me show you how we joined. So tighten that working yarn, insert your hook under the first single crochet, and join with a slip stitch. Okay, so we're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then triple crochet in that back loop only. Okay, so yarn over twice, insert your hook in that back loop only, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through the remaining 2. And we just repeat that all the way around under that back loop only. So if you're tired of doing triple crochets by now, this is our last round of triple crochet. So you should have 50 total stitches at the end of this round. I'm gonna finish up and meet you back here in a minute. Okay, so round 12 is done. I just realized these samples in the color clay that I showed you were both the small size. One was missing a round of triple crochet right here. I don't know if this was my prototype and I skipped around, but the comparison for the sizes were not accurate. I'll put a picture up at the beginning, and then I'll show you at the end how these compare when they're right next to each other. Okay, so that was round 11. So we're gonna join with the slip stitch just like we've been joining. And then round 12 is the same as round 8. So we're gonna single crochet in the back loop only, just like we did right here in round 8. Okay, so you chain 1, find that back loop only. Sometimes you kind of have to turn your piece a little bit. So this is the back loop only. Okay. So the first stitch is always the hardest. Okay, so insert your hook under the back loop only, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and just complete that all the way around. So I'll go ahead and complete that, and then we'll start on the next round, which, yep, the next round is the handle. Okay, so round 12 is complete. We're gonna go ahead and join. Again, tighten your working yarn, join in that first single crochet with the slip stitch. Okay, so this round is where we're gonna start that handle. So we're gonna chain 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You wanna go ahead and work that a little bit loose because we are gonna be working in those stitches again, and you want it to be easy to get into those. Okay, so then we skip over 10 stitches and we count this first stitch, the one that we chained out of, as the first stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So in the 11th stitch, we are going to single crochet, and we're gonna single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So starting at stitch 11, there's 1 single crochet. We're working in both loops. 2 single crochet and 3 single crochet. Now is where we start to decrease a little bit. So we're doing a single crochet 2 together. So you insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, and pull up a loop. Then you insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, and pull up a loop. Then you yarn over and pull through all 3 loops that are on your hook. And then we repeat the 3 single crochet and then single crochet 2 together all the way around. So 3 single crochet, 1, 2, and 3, and then single crochet 2 together. So insert your hook, pull up a loop. Insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, we'll do it one more time. So single crochet in the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3, and then single crochet together. Okay, just repeat that process all the way around, and I'll meet you back here for the last round. Okay, so we just finished that last round. You know that you've done it correctly if you end with a single crochet 2 together, and you should have a total of 32 single crochet and then the 14 chains right here. So now we're gonna work in a single crochet into each of the chains. Now I'm not picky where you put your single crochet. Some people like to turn the chain and find that back hump. But to me on this, it's very tedious and hard to get into that back hump. So I just go and put my hook right here. So technically I'm working under the back hump and the back loop, because this right here would be the front loop. So I'm actually inserting my hook there and working, but you can do it however you want. Just do a single crochet all the way across that handle. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So see how that looks? And you can stretch it and shape it. Okay, so then all we have left to do is work a slip stitch all the way around. Find that first stitch right here and just slip stitch in the remaining stitches loosely. You don't want to tighten and pucker up that last round too much. So I usually insert my hook, and when I pull up the loop, I make it even to this one. And then I pull it through. So I pull it up just a little bit, kind of even to that other hook, and then I pull it through. So I'm going to finish the slip stitch and I'll show you how I finish the end off. Okay, so I did 31 slip stitches. I usually skip doing a slip stitch in 32 because it kind of starts going up the handle, and I feel like I can finish it off a little bit better this way. So finish 31 slip stitches, and then take your tail end and fasten off. Leave enough tail to weave in your end. Pull the tail through, and then take your needle, and I take the needle and go under both loops of that 32nd stitch, and make sure the yarn's not twisted, and kind of create like a faux stitch right there, and it kind of finishes it off. And then you just start weaving the tail in. It is tricky weaving the ends in when you're using this yarn, but this blunt tip needle really helps. So I'm gonna continue doing that later. Let's see what we have. So here's the size large. It's very stretchy, you can shape it. It sits nicely. It is meant to be kind of flexible, but it looks really, really cute. So I'm gonna set up for the size small. We're gonna go over the small very, very quickly because it's basically exactly the same. The increases and decreases are just a little bit different. So let me go ahead and get set up, and I will meet you back here in a minute for the size small. Okay, so for the size small, you complete rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the large basket. So if you need help with those 4 rounds, you can reference the beginning of the video when I'm making the large basket. It's exactly the same, just stop at round 4. And then you would have 40 total stitches, half double crochet. So I went ahead and joined with the slip stitch to the beginning half double crochet. Again, pull kind of tight, and then join with the slip stitch. Okay, and this round is exactly the same as the large. We chain 3, and then we treble under the back loops only. Okay, so it's yarn over twice, insert your hook under the back loop only, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so do that for a total of 40 stitches, and I will meet you back here for the next round. Okay, we finished up round 5, and again, your work is probably curling in the opposite direction, so just make sure that the correct side is facing out. So as you work, the side of the piece that's facing you should be on the outside of your basket. Okay, so round 6 is exactly the same as the size large. It's triple crochet or treble crochet in the back loops only all the way around. So you'll have 40 stitches instead of 50. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to triple crochet all the way around. Okay, so I will finish this up and meet you back here for the next section. Okay, so round 6 is complete. This is what we're looking like. Round 7 is exactly like the other size. Round 7, 8, and 9, identical to the size large. So chain 1, and then single crochet in the back loop only all the way around. So find that back loop, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So I'm going to do this quickly. I'm going to go ahead and finish the next 2 rounds as well. So the next 2 rounds is the same as the large. It's just single crochet under the back loops only all the way around. So I will meet you back here for that last triple crochet round. Okay, so I just completed round 9. We're going to join with a slip stitch. So let's just do a quick little recap. So this round was triple crochet in the back loop only, and then another round of triple crochet working in both loops, and then single crochet in the back loop only, and then 2 rounds of single crochet. So this round is going to be the same as this round. We're going to triple crochet in the back loop only. So chain 3, and then yarn over twice, insert your hook in the back loop only, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the 2 remaining loops. We're just going to repeat that all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and then we'll meet back. This is the last round of triple crochet. The next round is single crochet in the back loop only, and then we'll start the handle. So I'll meet you back here in a minute. Okay, so we just completed round 10. Again, joining with the slip stitch, tightening that working yarn. And then round 11 is repeating round 7, which is this round right here, and it's just working a single crochet in the back loop only. So chain 1, insert your hook in the back loop only, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So insert your hook in the back loop only, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so repeat that around for 40 stitches, and I will meet you back here for the handle round. Okay, so we just completed round 11. We're going to join to that first single crochet with a slip stitch, and then starting the handle round. So this one's a little bit different than the size large because the handle's a little bit smaller with less chains. So we are going to chain 12 for the size small. So loosely chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then we're going to skip over 8 stitches. Make sure to count the stitch that we chained out of as the first. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in that 9th stitch, we're going to single crochet, and then we're going to single crochet 5 more times for a total of 6. So single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this one we are working under both loops. Okay, so we have 6 single crochet, and now we're going to do the decrease, which is single crochet 2 together. So we insert our hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 3. Okay, and then we repeat that around. So 6 single crochet, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then single crochet 2 together. So insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 3 loops. Okay, and then just continue that around. So that's 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then single crochet 2 together, and then it looks like we have one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then insert your hook into the next stitch, pull, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert into the next, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then pull through 3. Okay, so after that round, we do not join, we just go right into working into those chain stitches. So I just go right there. So like I said before, just work in a way that's easiest for you. If you want to go in that back hump, go ahead. I just find it easier to do it this way. And should have 12 stitches total. Let me double check. Yep, the handle was 12, so we should have 12 stitches total right here. Okay, and then we just loosely slip stitch around. Make sure you get that first stitch. And I think I might have misspoke on the last size. I think I said once I got to the end, I skipped the last stitch and I only did 27. No, I did the full 28 slip stitch around, but instead of joining with the slip stitch at the end, I just fasten off. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish slip stitching those 28 stitches right here, and then I'll meet you at the end and show you how I fasten off again. So give me just 1 minute. Okay, so I completed the 28th slip stitch. You know it's your last stitch because it will be the single crochet 2 together. So then instead of doing another slip stitch to join the round, I just fasten off right here. And then pull the tail through, take your needle, and then I just go under both loops right here from front to back, and then pull it evenly, and then just continue to weave the ends in on the inside of the basket until they're nice and secure. So this is the size small. I think it turned out really cute. I'm gonna go ahead and put the other size here to compare. I went ahead and added a cute tag. I think when I originally designed this, I didn't own these tags yet, so I didn't have a tag on them at all, but of course I always love to add the little logo or seasonal tags. So I'll have those linked in the blog post as well. So here's the size difference. I'll go ahead and put a photo up too, because I know my camera doesn't capture it very well when it's this big, but let me flatten them out a little too for you to see. So you can see how flexible they are. They're supposed to be that way. So that's the large, this is the small. So since filming these last few clips, I went ahead and made one with the Lazy Days Thick and Quick yarn, and I think I might like this yarn better. The verdict is out. I love them both. This one's a little bit more structured. Like you can see here, like the little gaps show a little bit more. It's a little more floppy, whereas this one, it's just a little fuller. The gaps aren't as large, and it's not quite as floppy, a little more stiff and structured. They're both really, really cute. I think I mentioned before that the Lazy Days works up a little bit smaller. Not much so. It's about like 1/4 of an inch or so. So anyway, the next basket in line in 2 weeks is going to be the little handle basket. I'm going to put the photo up here. We are finally switching to a different yarn. It's Lion Brand yarn, Wool Ease Thick and Quick. It is 2 strands held together, which I know can be tough on the hands, but I promise you do get used to it. It creates a really, really sturdy, structured basket. I'm sure you could probably use the Lazy Days as well, but stay tuned for more information on that. I always share on social media when it's coming up, talk about the supplies you need. And as always, the full blog post with written instructions will be in the caption below. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Links are below, they're in the blog post. And I look forward to working on that next basket pattern with you guys, and hope you have a great day. We will talk soon.